Greetings, YouTube community, sports fans nationwide. You've entered the Sports Opinion Log here in Lex Anderson World. I'm Lex Anderson. Give me 10 minutes and I will give you the sports world, or in this particular video, the world of NCAA men's college basketball, everybody's favorite topic. And even though North Carolina is no longer around, currently we have Auburn facing off against Kentucky, so hopefully Calipari's Wildcats can do their thing. So off with the no-look pass, and let's talk about, let me talk about what's most precious to me. And what's most precious to me is, again, being the sports historian, letting you guys and girls know how things used to be. Not the way things are, because unfortunately, people don't remember the past. Unfortunately, be it 2 to 5 years ago, everybody keeps moving forward and doesn't remember the great things that make some things the way they are. And I will refer to what I'm talking about with this article that I had came across in The Undefeated, talking about Black Duke. It immediately caught my eyes. Like, Black Duke, like, what's going on? What did I miss? Well, here's, again, reading off from The Undefeated. Here's what's going on in today's society. Black fans now root for Duke at higher rates than the general population, according to the leading white sports network Sports Poll. In 2017, 12% of black college basketball enthusiasts identified as Duke fans, compared with 8% of all college basketball fans. So far this season, 24% of the audience for Duke games on the nationwide sports leading network is black, compared with 21% for all games. Wow, that is disturbing. Granted, Zion Williamson, dunker extraordinaire, you got Barrett, you got Reddish, but and of course, you know, you have situations where Jay-Z and Barack Obama and Ken Griffey Jr. and Spike Lee are taking games front row, but this is pretty sad. This is pretty damning. And you know, it goes to show that we truly do live in a society where people don't remember the way things used to be. So being a sports historian, I'll talk about it for those of you know-nothings out there. Duke has been and will always be the white boys network. Don't get it twisted. Just because you see Coach K winning Olympic golds and coaching NBA players, and there being rumors that he should be a great NBA coach, even though clearly he knows what mold fits him best, and that's being a college basketball coach, which I respect. I respect the fact that over the years, the hated Duke Blue Devils logo eerily resembles Coach K's face. Coach K's court. Cameron crazies, all that good stuff. But the sad part is that Coach K is just now taking advantage of the one and dones. And a lot of people don't know that. See, Duke used to be strict with the education. You know, they had true student athletes where you had to do the 4 years, graduate with your degree, like Grant Hill, for example. And Duke used to play only light-skinned men of color, not dark-skinned men of color. It was predominantly herky, jerky, obnoxious white boys. Leitner, Hurley, even that other loser, Gray. I forget his first name, but Gray, you know, the obnoxious white kid asshole who would be tripping players. Like, come on. Like, are you kidding me? So you have a sprinkle of, you know, educated, well-to-do, light-skinned, Will Smith complexion-like African Americans. And then you had a lot of white boys who were big and could shoot threes. UNLV versus Duke. the great Michigan Fab Five versus Duke. Well, excuse me, let's go back to UNLV. Larry Johnson, Anthony, the point guard, I'm forgetting his first name, but Anthony. Michigan, Jalen Rose, C-Webb. Like, come on. Like, it was always elitist, white Duke versus the hood. That's the way they always used to make it seem. That's the way the media would always portray it. Michigan, UNLV, oh, they're from the streets. They're thugs. Versus the white, elitist, sellout Negroes born into money who just took up basketball just to play the game, not necessarily needing the game to punch their way into the NBA. It's a shame that John Calipari, as great a coach as he is with the Kentucky Wildcats, the originator, the master, the innovator of the one and done, is being outdone by Coach K. Because clearly, when you're coaching NBA players, more kids, more eyes, more people are seeing you, which is clearly why Zion Williamson is there. And Reddish and Barrett. But again, if Coach K comes knocking on your door, what are you going to say? No, get out of here? No, you're going to do the right thing and you're going to play for that team. But at least, if you're not going to acknowledge, at least have the knowledge that Duke was never for us, the African American community. No, motherfuckers are just bandwagon ass motherfuckers. That's what that is. So when you have a bandwagon, you know, if it's hot and trending, I'm gonna roll with it. That's what you get. Like, Marcus, as a matter of fact, Duke doesn't even give you great NBA players. Grant Hill was so injury prone that he was good towards the later end of his career because he had so many injuries, he never played during his prime. So that lengthened his career. But how's Bagley doing? How's he doing with Sacramento? How's that other white kid, the tripper, Gray? Who took him? See, North Carolina, we give you great athletes. Michael Jordan, Vince Carter. James Worthy. You know, just to name a few. Antoine Jameson. Like, come on. North Carolina stays giving you elite athletes who go to the NBA and they make their mark on the game. What does Duke give you? Yeah, they might be intellectually smarter and know how to play the game, but that doesn't translate to them having a great career. So, you know, I just want to leave that, being a sports historian, to leave that to the YouTube community, my IGTV viewers. Learn the history of the game. If you're gonna get into something that's hot and trending, at least take the time out of your busy, hectic days when you're not bullshitting on social media to do a Google search and do the proper research on the team you're choosing to bandwagon with for that minute, for that moment, because they're hot. Either way, the system's broken. The system will need to be fixed. The NCAA and the NBA have to do something to ensure that the money is being properly given. Because at the end of the day, the NCAA is $1 billion industry making a lot of money off of the African American athlete. It's just a modernized version of slavery. As we saw when Zion tripped on cheap-ass China-made shoes, Nike, and you know, people were saying that he should sit out the season. Something needs to be done. But let's see what the future holds. I'll let you be the judge of that. Because we know we also need the federal government to get involved in, you know, anything involving appropriations to people of color, they're not really down with. Well, that's all I got for this video. Let me know what you think. Drop a comment below. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Press that bell icon so you stay notified for any and all upcoming future videos. I thank you for tuning into this video. You know what to do. Like it, thumbs up. Don't like it, thumbs down. It matters not. It's Lex Anderson, my world. Thank you for tuning in. I'm signing out. Go UNC.